What's up guys, welcome to this training video, and in this video I want to talk about kind of like how I go about launching new campaigns, new Facebook ad campaigns for products or markets or businesses that I don't have a lot of experience on. Kind of like if I was starting completely from scratch, like what is my mindset behind creating a campaign. And I also want to tell you that this might vary a lot from what other people think or say, because everyone has their own little strategy, their own little way of saying things, and in the end of the day the best strategy is the one that works for you. And with time you will realize that there are certain strategies that you feel very comfortable with and other strategies that you don't feel very comfortable with. So let me just get a sip of coffee. So the first thing that I do before launching a campaign obviously is having the sales funnel absolutely ready to receive traffic. And by the sales funnel or the sales process, I mean the pages that people will land on after they click on the ad. So the sales page, I want to make sure that I have all my text perfect, the images, the checkout page, the place where people actually enter their credit card information. I want to make sure it has everything that is needed to process the purchase. I also want to make a test purchase to see if the payment goes through and if I receive the money correctly, because actually it's funny because yesterday I launched a new campaign, a new product on a pretty new market, and basically we got 2 sales overnight, right? Yesterday we launched the ads like in the afternoon, and we got two sales, and which showed up on ClickFunnels, and like 2 transactions that were not accepted, or they didn't went through. And the thing is, I kept my funnel in test mode. So you can in ClickFunnels you can put your funnel in test mode or in live mode. You put it in test mode to see if the purchases, to make like test purchases and see if payments are going through correctly. I forgot to put it on live, so those payments didn't went through. So that's a lesson right there. You want to make sure that your funnel is processing payments the right way. You want to have a thank you page or a confirmation page where people, when they finish their purchase, they're like, hey, thank you for buying our product. I also want to make sure that my email marketing automation or my email sequences are working. So before launching my first campaign, I want to go through the funnel, make a test purchase, receive the confirmation email, and then also I want to test the other sequences. Like for instance, if you have an automated sequence, like abandoned checkout sequence, if you're sending emails to people that abandon checkout, you want to kind of like go through that process and receive all those emails just to double check that everything is working fine. You also want to make sure, by the way, that you add your Facebook pixel to the sales page or the landing page, the checkout page. You want to add the pixel to the thank you page or the confirmation page to make sure that the purchase is sent back to Facebook so that you can see it in your stats. All right. So basically everything technical, everything related to sales copy, to testing your funnel should be ready. Now, when you launch a new Facebook ads campaign, another thing, by the way, before launching the campaign, I want to make sure I have my profit and loss spreadsheet ready. I never launch a campaign if I don't have a profit and loss spreadsheet to track how much I spend every single day, how much I'm making in revenue, how much I spent on fees, on Stripe fees, what is my net profit, and what is my ROI. So a typical spreadsheet for me looks something like, let's say if we're talking about, so let's say the first column is going to be the date, all right? What is the date? So I put date and all the days. Then I put orders, a column for orders, where basically if I sold 2 products today, I'm going to put a number 2. Then I'm going to put the ad spend, how much I spent on advertisement. Then I'm going to put the revenue. Then I'm going to put the fees, or Stripe fees, maybe it's a 4%, or PayPal fees, I don't know, 4 or 5%. And then I want to put the net profit and the ROI. So I actually have a spreadsheet that I can share with you guys. But anyways, I want to make sure that my profit and loss spreadsheet is ready, because if you don't track your numbers, if you're not seeing how much you're spending, and I know you can see it in your ads manager and everything, but it's a different story to have everything in one single spreadsheet. It's more visual, it's more organized, it's just a lot better in general. And then that's kind of like the pre-launch, when I go and launch ads on Facebook. So here's kind of like my idea. The first thing that I want to do is I want to test the proof of concept. If I'm completely new to a niche, to an industry, or to a type of product that I'm selling, let's say you're used to selling physical products, now you're selling digital, or you were selling digital products, now you're trying physical. Let's say if you don't have a lot of experience, you want to test the proof of concept. And the proof of concept is basically how the market or how people on Facebook are reacting to your campaign or to your product, to your offer initially. So Right now, I'm very familiar with around like 5 niches. I'm super familiar with 5 niches. I know that if I'm gonna launch a product, I'm gonna know who I'm gonna target. I'm gonna probably have higher budgets, more aggressive budgets because I have experience. I know that the proof of concept exists. Like people want the products in this niche. They like this concept of products that I'm selling, so I can be a little bit more aggressive. But if I'm trying a product on a niche that I've never sold before, you want to test the proof of concept. So if you are testing the proof of concept, I suggest you do it with a simple campaign structure, right? In my opinion, the best and campaigns ever are the simple campaigns. A lot of people use super complicated campaign structures and settings and ideologies. I like to simplify everything I do because I just don't want like to be overwhelmed with a lot of things. So if I'm gonna test a campaign, I'm gonna launch one campaign with a CBO, campaign budget optimization, right? Then I'm gonna put a low budget. It can be anywhere from $10 to $30 per day. That's considered a low budget. Now, is 20 better than 10 or 10 better than 30? It doesn't make a big difference, right? It's just the amount of money you're spending every single day. The real difference is that if you spend $30 per day instead of 10, you're gonna get data a lot faster. If you spend 10 instead of 30, you're gonna have to wait like 3 days to get the amount of data, that if you were spending 30. So, but I like to use low budgets because I don't know what I'm getting into. So I don't want to go and put a super high budget. I prefer to start getting traction as the days go by, as the Facebook pixel starts to gather data, as people start to click my ads, etc. So let's do the example. Like for instance, yesterday I launched a campaign like this one, $15 per day, $15 per day. And inside the campaign, you can have a simple structure like this. You can have 3 ad sets. Each ad set is gonna have one different audience for your niche. So if you're in the cooking niche, you can have one interest in ad set 1, which is I love cooking. In the other one, you can have like Chef Magazine, and in the other one, you can have the Chef Guru. I don't know. It could be interests. I only test like in each ad set, I like to test one different audience. So it's not like I have in ad set 1, I have 20 years old to 45 years old, and in ad set 2 I have 45 to 65, and ad set 3 65 plus, and apart from that, different interests. I don't like to test many variables when I'm trying to test a proof of concept. I like to test one variable at a time. So in this simple campaign, we have one campaign, it's CBO, campaign budget optimization. You have a $15 per day budget, and you have 3 ad sets, one audience inside each ad set. Now, every single ad set is gonna be pretty much identical apart from the audience, right? So same countries, same age range, same placement. I like to go for Facebook feeds first. If it's an older demographic, meaning that people in my audience are older, like 50 plus, I don't even go to Instagram. I go directly to Facebook feeds because these older people are typically gonna be on Facebook, not so much on Instagram. So I go directly for one single placement instead of adding too many placements. I keep the same conversion windows, and basically I keep everything the same inside the ad sets except the audiences. One audience, one different audience per ad set. Now, when you go in terms of the ad level, I don't like to test like too many different ads. I mean, I'm gonna test a bunch of ads, photos and videos, but later on down the road, in the beginning, I like to stick with 1 or 2 ads to test. Remember, we're just testing the proof of concept. We wanna see what numbers the ads start to get, how the audience is reacting on the comment section, how many people we get on the funnel, how many people are adding to cart, purchasing, how many people are completing the purchases, etc. So yes, in the beginning, it's gonna be super simple, but later on down the road, as you start seeing some data and you say people like this product, people are clicking on the ad, nice cost per click, nice CPM, maybe a few sales, from there on you can start increasing the budget gradually and testing more images and videos and getting super creative with everything that you test. So instead of testing just one ad in the beginning, maybe the next week, once you identify that there is demand for this concept, product, or niche that you're going into, you can go and test 10 different images, 10 different videos. You can even test 10 videos a day if you want, if you have time, right? So in the beginning, it's a very simple process, simple campaign, low budget to test if people are liking it. And if I'm getting sales, I do one very simple thing. My secret scaling strategy. It's increase the budget. That's it. If I'm at $15 per day, I'm gonna increase to $20 a day. If I get more sales, to 30 and 40 and 50 and 60, 100, 150, 200. And when I scale gradually and I see that more sales come in and I'm profitable, right? If I can even be breaking even and I'm happy because I'm building my email list, or maybe the upsells are getting the profit, etc. If I'm profitable, I'm gonna keep increasing the budget. And if I still see sales come in and I'm happy, then I'm gonna start getting more creative. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm spending $200 a day or $100 a day. Like, how do I go from that level to 1,000 a day? From there, you can start creating new campaigns, new audience. You can duplicate the campaign, increase the budget. You can launch a new campaign with the best ad, but change the audience. You can do a lot of different things, but in the beginning, like, the point of this video is just so you can understand what is like my mindset in the beginning when testing a new campaign. It's just like conservative, right? Not getting like super emotional about like some people do this mistake. They think they have a great product, so they start spending a lot of money every single day. And the truth is that just because you think it's a great product doesn't mean that the market is gonna think the same thing, and the other way around. Maybe you have a crap product or something that is not super nice for you, and maybe everyone loves it. Who knows? And I always do that. Like, for every single niche that I get into, I always create a simple campaign. Now, for the campaign that I launched yesterday, I actually have 6 creatives that I want to test, 6 images. But I didn't want to launch every image yesterday because I'm like, dude, like, I'm testing price points, I'm testing the offer. It's like a new niche. So why am I gonna go and test like 6 images from day one, right? Now we're getting sales now very consistently. We're not scaling or anything because we're just starting out on this campaign, but we're getting sales. And now I might consider going and testing 6 creatives, right? Here's a mosquito. 6 creatives, because now I know I'm getting sales consistently. Now I know that there's proof of concept. We have a check on that. Now we can get creative. Now we can study more advanced strategies. But guys, if you just keep it simple, simple is gonna make you a lot of money. And if you try to overcomplicate things in the beginning, trust me, you're gonna take longer. You're gonna get frustrated. Everything you wanna do it simple. Simple is the best thing. If you master the simple, when you understand the more advanced stuff, you're gonna make a bunch of money. So guys, that's it for this one. Hopefully you got some value. Of course, there's a lot of details when it comes to Facebook advertising, campaigns, and everything, but I want to start kind of like breaking that down in future videos, step by step, rather than creating a 2-hour video. So thanks for watching this training video. If you found it valuable, be sure to go to SebastianGomezMentoring.com. That's SebastianGomezMentoring.com, and to see if we can work together, to see how I can help you out and my team here in Costa Rica. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.